I'm Sean Kent Hayashi with Saucon Valley Cute and Cuddly Schnauzers.
It's Sunday morning, April 21st. Which is a very common view for me right now. Sweet tea, Penny, me sitting doing my work. For days I've been working down in this area. So I have my computer here and I sit here at this island and you can see Miss Penny right at my feet here. We're waiting. Her puppies are due any minute. It's not just Penny's puppies that are due. Sweet Tea's puppies are also due. On Friday when I took them in, their calcium numbers were both great, indicating that they would have the ability to have contractions and thus deliver their own puppies. So that was good news. I fed them just a few moments ago. They had scrambled egg and tripe, apple, all mixed together. You can see the remnants there. And both of these two girls ate some breakfast, which would tell me that they are likely not going into labor anytime soon. I have scheduled us to go to Quakertown Vet Hospital to get their progesterone checked. On Friday when we went in and had their progesterone checked, and I was very surprised to learn that Sweet Tea was at a 6 and Penny was at a 4 at that time. And what that means is that it is likely that Penny would go first, but we'll see what happens. What does the day unfold? What adventures await us, Miss Penny? Are you about ready? I'm ready for you to have your puppies. The reality is both of these dogs could have their puppies at the same time. Oh my goodness. And while we're waiting, what does it feel like to be waiting and waiting? I've gotten emails from a bunch of you asking for updates on the status of the puppies. And I promise you, I will keep you updated in YouTube. So I would prefer that you communicate with me in the comments in YouTube rather than in individual emails. Individual emails require me to spend the time sorting through, responding to emails, and it's just a whole lot easier for me if we keep our communication about these updates in YouTube and in the YouTube comments. So I appreciate and thank you for doing that. In addition to this little area that I have for the dogs so that they can be right at my feet, I also have other areas. So I keep this door ajar like this, and a mom dog can go in here underneath my desk in here and dig around. And this is the entrance to the bathroom, and you can see that I have it dark. Let me show you though what I've got going on in here. So a mom dog can sneak in here if she wants to. And back in here I have two different areas where she could come. It's dark, quiet, blankets. I also have water. Another area in here. Another area that I've been keeping dark that I noticed Penny just went into. I'll show you in my grooming area here. So you've been here before many, many times, but I've got some blankets and such right over here. And so just keeping that dark like that. So there are many areas that Penny and Sweet Tea can sneak off to when it is that time. And you might wonder, what are you doing, Sean, with all this time that you are waiting and waiting? I've been teaching myself Mahjong. So I ordered a Mahjong kit, and I have been trying to play all four hands and teach myself the rules of Mahjong. Several years ago, before COVID, I had started learning Mahjong, but then put it away And I'm back at it now. This is a good thing for me to be practicing and using my mind on. And if you haven't seen the video where I showed you how I set up my whelping area recently, this is what it looks like now. So I have my bassinet ready, and I regularly pop Sweet Tea or Penny up here in this chair. So I have the ottoman. I can sit right in front of the chair when they're in labor. I have all my tools ready to go. I have another video that explains all of this area, why I set it up this way. And both Penny and Sweet Tea have been sleeping next to me at night so that I can hear what they're doing and if they need something. Penny is also able to jump up onto this sofa area, so I tend to keep it dark over here just in case that's the area that she would feel most comfortable going to start her labor. And I also should qualify, either I've been sleeping down here, certainly the last several nights it's been me, but I'm very grateful to Alex, who was here last week and stayed with them. He'll be coming back next week also. So that helps me a lot to make sure that I get plenty of sleep as well. So those of you who are concerned about whether or not I'm getting enough sleep, the last several nights, I definitely have been getting enough sleep, and I will likely continue to be able to do so because I have some help, and I'm grateful for that. It's not just Sweet Tea and Penny that we're listening to regularly. It's also Godiva and her. Godiva's puppies are doing great. Godiva's guardian family has come over quite a bit. We've had lots of fun. We sit and play games, cards in the evenings, and we just love on them. We love on Godiva. And look at these little chunky monkeys. These puppies are 11 days old. I want to show you what they're looking like now. This is our little girl. Her nose is starting to fill in. In the last video you saw, it was just very pink, and now it's filling in. She's going to be a beige color. Notice how her coloring is the same from root to tip. She will be beige. And here's our little boy. Notice how his coloring is a little different. It's not the same root to tip. In some areas it is, but in other areas it's not. He's gonna look so much like his daddy. But you can see these little puppies are just thriving. Chunky monkeys, I call them, because they have more than doubled in weight since they were born. Their eyes haven't opened yet, but I'm expecting that here in the next few days. Godiva will regularly bring them some of her favorite toys. This is one of her favorites, and she will bring toys over and put them into the little box that we have them in here. I won't leave all of those toys in there. I just wanted to show you what it looks like when she does this. She loves her toys, as you can see. And it's time, girls. I've made an appointment for us to go to Quakertown Vet to get your progesterone numbers taken. Let's go. When I take them in the car, Jim is going to be driving. I'll be in the back seat, and I bring all of my stuff just in case someone goes into labor and I need an emergency kit. Here's what it looks like. I've got the stroller top, all my supplies. I'll be sitting right here. This panting like this would be a normal sign of a dog going into labor. But the fact that we're in the car, and it's a little bumpy ride there all of a sudden. We're in the car, and so I don't necessarily take Penny's panting as a sign that she's going into labor right now. If she were also digging at the same time, that would probably cue me. But the fact is, I'm not at all anxious about having to deliver a puppy in the car because I've done it many times before. It's a beautiful spring day outside, and you can see how the trees are just in
full blossom with gorgeous spring-like flowers. Really beautiful today. And here's Miss Sweet Tea sitting right next to me, and she's very calm and relaxed in the car as we are out on our adventure for today. What an adventure having pregnant doggies is. Some of you tell me that you like it when I share with you what it looks like on my drive as I am going places, and this is a road that we frequent. It's Saucon Valley Road, and you may recognize, for those of you who don't live in my area, Saucon Valley Cute and Cuddly Toys is the name of our business, but we live in the Saucon Valley, and this is just quintessential Saucon Valley, Pennsylvania that you're looking at right here. I've also been asked by many of you, why don't you do your own progesterone testing? And my understanding is that in order to do progesterone testing, Jim and I would need to use a needle to withdraw blood. And that's the place where we have decided we're drawing the line. That is not fun for us, having to figure out needles and blood draw. And so we would just rather drive the drive to Quakertown and have the experts do it for us. At some point in the future, we might have a vet tech who is more readily available for us. And if that's the case, I would be willing to buy a progesterone machine to have at home so we don't have to do these kinds of runs to the veterinarian's office. But until then, we will keep going in to have it done. This is going to be Penny's last litter. So this will be her third litter. Her first litter she had via C-section, and her second litter she delivered herself. I was optimistic with her calcium numbers that we got on Friday that she would be able to deliver this litter herself, but we'll see what we find out today.
Thank you.
There's always a lot going on at Quakertown Hospital, no matter what time you are here. I'm back home now, sitting in my own kitchen, reflecting on what we learned today. So Sweet Tea's progesterone number today on Sunday is a 4.7, and Penny's progesterone number today is a 5.1. We are not having puppies today. So as I understand it, it will likely be another couple of days before Sweet Tea and Penny have their puppies. I'll keep you updated on our progress.